welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim part 14 I think we're on. And last time of course we got absolutely murdered by the high level Draugh, and I'm not going to let that happen this time, so we are just going to do our cunning AI exploit way, shooting him with an arrow and backing away as fast as possible. I've got him with one arrow, and I think the trap has got him with the other. Yes, so that restless Draugh, the next level up, was quite easy to beat if you let the trap get him. Now all I have to do is make sure that I don't walk into the same trap. The restless Draugh didn't actually have any decent treasure on him, just a few more gold. So he's just a higher level Draugh with magic spells, and I don't have much resistance to magic or anything to counter that. Magic, I think, is a bit overpowered in the game. Later on we'll face fire mages and ice mages, and they're really tough to beat because they'll just one shot or two shot you from a distance. I'll just sneak down here in case there's any more Draugh. There's one resting. I think I'll take a snapshot at him. He does seem to be a normal Draugh though, so I should have standard chance of beating him. Time to cowardly run back all the way. Archery though is horrendously overpowered in this. All you have to do is step back, and because the underground caverns are so vast, you have plenty of room to shoot. They're basically like massive halls which are round about equivalent of 8 meters high, so equivalent to small cathedrals built underground. It would be more realistic if the tombs were really squashed in and tight and you couldn't really use archery whatsoever. Daggerfall had that kind of game. You couldn't use archery inside because there were so many corridors and mazes to wander around. All you could do is fight hand to hand. Sneak archery makes it even more effective because you're essentially getting double the damage, and you always get one or two shots in beforehand. But could you imagine how difficult this game would be if the tombs were actually really claustrophobic? I think I'll just line up a shot on this Draugh. Old animation plays. Definitely tells me I've done a good job on him. I'm not sure, but I think these Draugh are actually slower than bandits. That guy's pausing for some reason to wave at me. It's not much of a taunt, but I think I'll just chop him up hand to hand anyway. Draughs are pretty weak, 3 hits and then they're down. Bandits normally take around about 5 or 6 shots. When you get bandits with heavier armour, they're a lot tougher as well. At most, Draugh have ancient Nord armour, which is pretty shoddy armour. That's equivalent of iron armour. What would be cool though is if any of these Draugh and skeletons that are in these burial crypts would come alive when you decide to molest them and put your hands all over their body to grab their gold. None of the Draugh weapons are really worth me picking up apart from their arrows. He had some nice gems though. Also a potion of illusion I see. Now this swishing is a trap. I'm usually really poor at these ones, but I basically think it just requires you to sprint past as quickly as you can when the blades go through the middle section. Just hope there's no enemies on the other side. Made it, just about. That chain just stops the traps, but there's no enemies around, so I'm quite safe for now. But in case I need any retreating room, I'll do that. Sometimes there are Draugh standing up in these alcoves, and you can't quite see them because they are just around the corner. This guy is a perfect example, and I'm just going to take care of him. For some reason I missed with my first arrow. But he's quite weak, and I'm just going to finish him off with a dagger. That's the amount of respect I have for him. I won't even get out my sword to kill him. Dagger will do. Save me blunting my weapons. I was actually using steel arrows on him, so that's a bit of a waste. I'll just convert myself over to iron arrows for the next person, I think. All these lanterns up above us, these are basically traps that can fall into the oil and burn people. Pretty much it's only useful for burning you. They're not that useful for killing the Draugh around here. There's a couple of ways to get these lanterns down. Either you can use a dragon shout, which I don't have right now, to bring them down, or you can shoot them with an arrow. The enemies don't actually activate them unless they've got a dragon shout themselves. Some of the higher level Draugh, of course, they do have dragon shouts, and one of their favourites to use is the Draugh shout, or unrelenting force. I think there's just one more Draugh to kill here, around the corner. One arrow, 2 arrows will do it. But it looks like he's still coming, so hopefully I'll just finish him off. Steel dagger or imperial sword. Play it safe. Nope, he just one-shotted me, that's great. Serves me right for not trying to block. Again, my character got served, so I will stop there, and hopefully we'll see you next time on Let's Play Modded Skyrim, where I will hopefully keep the deaths to a minimum. Can't promise though.